Alright, testing, testing. Cool. Okay, so I got that. Just need to now create a link. All right. So, just gonna wait around until more people show up. Just gonna relax and chill out. Thank you so much for tuning into UnsoundWorld's. My name is Daniel. Once this YouTube channel and also our Twitch channel, we have a podcast that we have not gotten back into, which sucks. Don't be afraid to comment in the chats. So today I'm going to be playing Fallout 4. I know that Fallout 76 is just such a hot commodity right now. There's a little thing for it. Wastelanders. It turns out that Wastelanders, if you die, the NPCs will steal your weapons, and then there's no way you can get those weapons back. So thanks a lot, Todd Howard. But I'm not going to look at Fallout 76. I'm instead going to be looking at Fallout 4, and instead of kind of taking it apart from gameplay elements, I'm going to be taking it apart from thematic and story elements. So I'm going to be, like, analyzing the game in terms of, you know, like, how it succeeds and how it fails in creating both a fantastic post-apocalyptic experience and also a terrible child sim. So let's get started with a new game. Unfortunately, I have to go through the absolutely abysmal prologue, which is not fun, because it takes 30 minutes and it's boring as shit. But hey, this is also where, you know, some of the problems with Fallout 4 start. So let's jump right into it. And if there's any, like, side quests that you guys want me to do, or, like, specific things you want me to talk about, don't be afraid to say it in the chat. Always welcoming, you know, viewer, I guess, interaction. Let's go with that. That sounds like a good word. Just want to remind everyone that that loading screen did take forever and a half, so that's good. Ah, yeah, Fallout. That's what I like. I love when Fallout comes in on my Fallout game. Delicious. So, okay, here's the first thing. This opening live thing of this game absolutely fantastic. It's probably one of my favorite aspects of the game, because you really feel like you're kind of in this universe. This universe feels more realistic because of this stuff. It's absolutely fantastic, and I adore it. You see a lot of stuff. You can see the inspirations for, you know, the 50s era kind of aesthetic that Fallout has. They lean very heavily into it. It makes the world feel more real, which is fantastic. It's a great way to build your world. I love this part because it's just some dudes standing around, and I love that. That's so goddamn enjoyable. Seeing them make like the Pip-Boy and doing atomic stuff, it's great. It's such a fantastic world-building thing, and it's such a strong element of this game. I wish this was more of a thing. I wish Fallout 4 was like a limited-run HBO series.
21st century.
It would be so much more interesting to me, I feel like.
People awoke from the American dream. Years of consumption led to
You're right, Mike. Snake did say that war has changed. However, have you considered that Todd Howard is a weapon that surpasses Metal Gear? So, unfortunately,
it is now the year
that is the world we live in. Because whereas Metal Gear is now a defunct series,
I'm afraid
Fallout is still going hard and strong with Fallout 76.
For my wife.
Just a delicious slap on the ass for the Fallout franchise.
Because if my time in the army taught me one thing.
So yeah, this part's great. I wish more of the game was like this. I wish this was more of a centerpiece of the game. I can understand why it's not, because setting a Fallout game before the Fallout is kind of dumb, but you spend so little time in this world. Like, again, we're actually in Boston pre-bombs falling for about 10 minutes, and we can't really do anything. We're not experiencing the world. So I'm not going to change my dude's face. This is a good face, isn't it? Yes, you love that face. Look to your wife. Look that way. Yeah, you like that, don't you? All right, let's get it done. All right, sick. We're playing as Nate. So, okay, here's where already Fallout falls apart. Fallout 4, not Fallout, the franchise. The franchise of Fallout is fantastic. Here's where this game falls apart. Let's take, let's not reference a Fallout game, because a lot of people do that. They'll go, oh yeah, Fallout New Vegas is so much better. Let's not go there. Let's instead bring up a different game that Obsidian made. The Outer Worlds, an absolutely fantastic sci-fi game that's also kind of post-apocalyptic, which is neat. In that game, you can choose a career path, but that career path has very little to do with your character. It doesn't actually matter, and it doesn't actually amount to much. Your character doesn't, like, I picked grocery store clerk, and that doesn't actually matter in the grand scheme of things for my character. It has no weight on the story. It's just a fun class thing. I can't be a janitor in that world, but I was a janitor. In this game, you're hard-coded already to be, like...
We really need to get those vacation photos developed.
Your wife is a lawyer, you are a soldier. That's it. That is your kind of placement in this world. Which sucks, because you don't get a chance to actually build your own character. You have a set path. Now, a lot of games do this. They kind of have like, oh yeah, this is what your character started out as. The problem with Fallout 4 is that the fact that you're a soldier plays very heavily into the fact that you know how to use guns, that you know how to use armor. That, like, all these things that will serve you later in life, you already know how to do. But if you're, like, coming out of the ice tray, and you're a lawyer? You don't have much going for you. You don't have a lot of stuff in way of like helping you in the world. I'm a lawyer. Sorry, I'm some kind of filthy wastelander. I don't know what a lawyer is. I'm gonna eat your legs now.
Your cleaning needs.
There is a part of this that I do really enjoy. It's this bit where I can just look at stuff, and Nate just comments on it, which is nice. That's really fun. That's a great way to, like, you know, both learn about the world, but also endear yourself to this character, because, like, there's fun things you can say. Yeah, 100% value of daily sugar. Delicious. I completely fucked up that line, and it was right there. Oh, man.
Grognak the barbarian in the jungle of the bad
but I can't interact with the world. Like, even this, I'm an observational comedian. I can't actually touch anything. I can't drink this delicious coffee. I can only look at it, which is just hilarious. Where is that? Where is he? There he is. He's all the way over there. You can see him. You can see the monster who's gonna ruin my life. Oh, I better go. Oh, wait, no, can't. All right, you go, Codsworth. Get out of here. Get out of here.
You know, I was nervous at first.
He's still there, watching me. Yeah, like Mike said in the chat, you make your character, but your character's already made for you. You're essentially adding frosting to a gingerbread man you bought at the store. It's fun, but you don't really get to, like, make your own character, right? You don't get to craft your own thing.
Nuka-Cola. Ice cold.
And milk.
Looks like the milk got delivered.
So actually, fun fact, after the age of about, like, 10, milk has no nutritional value for you anymore, and about 50% of the population is actually lactose intolerant, like myself. Oh, I don't want... He's gotta talk to me. I hate him.
Good morning.
Oh, God. Alright.
Good morning.
Isn't it? Just look at that sky out there.
This is how people act. They throw their arms wildly. They kind of grab at you with their horrible sausage fingers. Look at you, God.
I assure you.
Then I'm glad you caught up with me.
Oh, me too. You have no idea.
Cool.
Now, I know you're a busy fellow, so I won't take up much of your time. Time being a precious commodity. I'm here today to tell you that because of your family service to our country,
Woo!
you have been...
Hooray! Yeah, well, I mean, there's not a lot happening right now. I kind of have to take these pauses. Look at this. Look at this. This guy isn't, like, a wealth of, like, storytelling right now.
Sounds great.
Sounds great.
It is. Believe you
Clearly,
me.
that's what my facial
already
expression
cleared
showed.
for
I'm not gonna harp on the
the
graphics. This game came out
unforeseen
ages ago.
Total atomic annihilation.
Oh shit! Could you imagine that? Like, your car dealer was like, "Look, you gotta buy a Jeep, man. You gotta buy a Ford F-150 because it's the only way to protect your family from the nuclear bombs."
Sure, let's do it.
Splendid, splendid. Now.
Oh yay! Oh god. Alright, well, let's just name him what his name is, canonically, which is Nate. Oh god, not North. No, not that! Ah, damn it! No, shit! Alright, well, this is already off to a great start. Alright, so, okay. Unlike other games, so this is, again, this is the special system. It's a great way to kind of, like, you know, do the RPG stuff because it's not GURPS, it's not your standard RPG stuff. It also just... But in this game, there's less emphasis on certain things. We are going to choose... we're going to put 5... Ooh, yeah, we're going to put 7 into intelligence, 8 into strength, 6 into endurance, and then we are going to put... Yeah, we're going to put the rest into agility. And then... So, here's the problem with the special system in this game. Is in Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, that was your thing. Like, you could get perks and stuff to kind of, like, manipulate the rest of these point systems by, like, adding some or getting cool mutations that would add, you know, like, oh yeah, you get +1 to luck, whatever. In Fallout 4, you can just add points to these whenever you want, which is great, but it in a way limits, like, builds, because it doesn't matter what kind of build you go for, you can do any build as long as you level up. As long as you put points into all of these special stats, you can just stealth archer that also punches with the strength of God. And it's like, yeah, that's not how that works. It's not an RPG.
Wonderful. That's everything.
Yeah, alright. Well, goodbye.
Congratulations on being prepared.
I'm gonna telekinetically close this door. Yeah, eat shit, I'm a psychic.
again.
What's up?
Hey, it's peace of mind.
Where is my wife's thing? There it
For
is!
you and Sean, no price is too high.
Good.
Yeah, alright, say the
I have
thing.
my moments. I'm so proud of her.
So proud of her. Yeah, my wife is a lawyer. Hard-coded into the game, lawyer. But if I played as Nora, I'd be shooting nukes and fist-fighting super mutants. Woo!
You heard Codsworth.
I don't take orders from robots. God. Hey, what's up? Oh, it's my potato child. Hello, potato child.
How are the two most important?
God, you have
miles
cold,
doing?
dead eyes.
Spin the mobile a bit.
Like a
See you
shark
next time.
or a worm. If worms had eyes. Oh god, she teleported. See, the fact that these are kind of rockets, and also the wallpapers, oh Jesus, are also rockets. Like, it's all fun! It's stuff! It's things you can do, right? It's all fun Fallout flavor text, which is great. Why do I have a picture of a boat in a baby's room? It doesn't make any sense. Baby has no concept of boats.
Yeah, sounds like fun.
Like, nice paintings of boats. Like, you could have boat paintings. That is, like, something I would hang in my living room.
What's wrong?
There's a lighthouse. Cape Cod? I think that's Cape Cod. Oh my gosh. Alright, we gotta go, because now Ron Perlman's gonna say some stuff.
Yes, followed by flashes.
Hey, Ron
lightning
Perlman.
flashes,
It sucks that you didn't get to voice this.
explosions.
Oh well.
We're trying to
You
get
win some, you
confirmation.
lose some.
We seem to have lost contact with our affiliate stations.
Oh god. When'd you grab the baby?
We do have coming in.
Oh, the baby's also
Confirmed.
morphing into her. That can't be good.
Confirmed reports. I repeat, confirmed reports of
Being
nuclear
absorbed into my
detonations
wife.
in New York and Pennsylvania. My God.
Oh my god.
Uh-oh. We gotta get... Oh, wow, the door just opened.
Residents of Sanctuary.
Yeah, that's it. Hug your wife.
Are registered. Evacuate.
Yeah, run, nerd.
Immediately.
They're lesbians. What are you looking at that you need to, like, look with your hand? You need to put your hand over your brow. Oh, God, we gotta get out of here. Wish I had console commands. Just summon a Deathclaw right now. Ruin everyone's day.
I am
Not on the list. You don't get in.
I'm going in. You can't stop me. Okay. I'm reporting this.
If you're in the program, step forward. Otherwise, return.
We need to get in. We're on
If
the
you're
list.
on the program, step forward.
Adult male.
I do
Adult
love
female.
the Bostonian
ahead.
accents this game has.
Good luck,
It's
man.
very cute, very adorable. I love it.
What's gonna happen to all those people outside the gates?
Everything we can.
Makes the
Now
whole
keep
viewing
moving.
experience way more fun. Alright. And now we're gonna go up to here. All those people died. Oh well. Where's my wife? Where's my beautiful wife? Come here, wife. Yeah.
Almost there. We're gonna be okay. I love you.
So
both of you.
crazy.
We love you too.
That's good. Oh no! And we're blind. We're all blind.
Hold on.
And wait for it. Wait for it. We're all irradiated! Yay! And also, like, the debris killed some of us, definitely. That shrapnel ripped us to pieces. Alright.
We did it.
All right, everyone. We discussed this. We're eating Mr. Whitfield first. Look at those thighs. He's delicious. He's full of meat. And then we'll eat Old Man Russell. I don't know. I just don't like him. Look at him. Ugh.
111. A better future underground.
I'm gonna cut in the line, everyone. Yeah, I hope they don't mind. That would be very unfortunate. So, this is Vault 111. This is where I'm going to be spending exactly 3 minutes.
Thanks.
Sick.
What now?
Because it doesn't really actually factor into the game at all. Yeah, that's it. Take off your clothes. Slip into something a little bit more alluring, wife. Like a nice Fallout jumpsuit.
This is one of our most advanced facilities. It's gone. Not that the others aren't great. Our home. Everything we had.
My mother and father.
So unfortunate.
How long do you think we'll be down? They can make it.
Oh, we'll be going over all that in orientation. Just checking.
Hello.
All
All right.
For the future, right?
So the game's going to get a little bit dry, which is not fantastic.
Who's my little guy? I'm not going far. I'll just be over there.
Hey there.
Just step into the chamber.
You got it. Oh my gosh, when did I put this on? Jeez, these people are fast. Fast hands. My word.
Before we head deeper in the vault. Just relax.
Time for a whole new life.
My wife, I love you. I can't wait to explore the wasteland with you and get to know you and build a rapport with you. Like, I know we already have an established relationship, but I can't wait for me as the player to build one with you. And I really hope we don't die horrifically, or you don't die at least. Because, God, that would just be horrible, horrible writing, you know, just to introduce a character that I clearly have a deep emotional bond with, only to take that character away from me, so that any kind of emotional buildup that I would have is immediately gone, de-incentivizing any reason for me to enjoy this character or want them to live. I love you, placement wife, for my emotions. I love you, plot wife. Your death will suit me well. So again, I'm not going to be talking too much about gameplay. As far as gameplay goes, Fallout 4 is actually really good, and I'm not going to be talking about gameplay elements too much. I'm more focusing on story and thematic elements, kind of like what is essentially the meat in the BLT of Fallout games, right? You want a comprehensive, interesting story for a world where everything is just messed up and bad and ain't no good. So I've never really understood why they kill my wife. Or not. Yeah, like, I don't understand why don't they just also kidnap my wife? Why is my wife dead? Like, why do they need to keep me alive? It's a strange thing, and I don't really get it, and I don't really like it, because again, this is not very effective storytelling. This is, you know, again, Fallout 3, right? Your dad's missing. You know your dad for about 5 minutes before he's gone. And then you have like maybe 4 people who are like, yeah, your dad was super cool. He was the chillest dude, and I loved hanging out. He was sick at keggers.
Come on! There has to be a release! Come on, come on, come on! Oh, God!
I feel like one of the more effective parts... Also, spoilers for this game that came out ages ago.
I'll find who did this, and I'll get Sean back.
And now, I'm Will Smith, sad dad. Again. Alright. Yeah, I want that wrench because it's got a gear in it. That's what I need to upgrade stuff. I'm just gonna punch. Bop! What was I talking about? Right, I was talking about, you know, it's hard to make characters feel important and significant when you immediately kill them off. It makes the whole experience a little less. gotta give my wife anti-bullet resistance. It's the only way to save my wife. It's hard to, like, endear yourself to a character when you know that character is just going to be used to die, which is not fun. That doesn't make, like, you don't want to get to know that character.
Roaches?
I'm not going to pick up the dumb game that they have in this thing because it's not... It's a cool, quote-unquote, feature, but, like... I don't meet anyone in the Wasteland who's like, hey, have you played those Pip-Boy games? They're rad. I got the highest score, and then you have to beat him to get it, to get the new high score. There's a dead rad roach. Oh no, oh god, there's a live rat roach. Oh jeez. Oh god, there we go. Just gonna loot their horrible, buggy bodies for delicious meat. Come here. Yeah, give me your meat. Give me your meat, bug. Alright. So, I now have a gun. That's good. Don't need that gun yet. I'm gonna wait for a specific perk to use that gun. I know, I am a loser. I wish I could dual-wield guns. How sick would that be? I'd be the coolest guy ever if I could dual-wield multiple guns. Alright, so we're now going to be getting into the meat and potatoes soon of the Fallout universe, which is exploration, but first I gotta kill all these bad bugs. And I'm just gonna slap them. I feel like a really great change to Fallout 4, as opposed to like New Vegas or Fallout 3, is the use of action points for specific actions, like swinging your gun or sprinting. Like, that just makes a lot of sense. It adds a certain kind of D&D element to the game, which I find enjoyable. And it's just nice. It's a good change. There's a lot of really good changes to this game that other Fallout games don't have, and I feel like are more necessary than anything else. Ash, is that you, my work wife? Yes! My work wife is in the stream. Hell yeah. Oh wait, I need a thing. Yeah. I like how I just take this guy's thing and, like, his Pip-Boy, and it's not even, like, calibrated to him. It's just like, well, I guess you're my new owner. I serve you now, master. Yes, you serve me, Pit-Boy. Good, good. Well done. Yeah, there he is. There's that little guy. Oh, we all love him. Alright. So, this part of the use of the Pip-Boy is fantastic. The fact that it opens up vaults, that makes so much sense. It is not utilized at all properly in this game, because this game does not have that many vaults that need vault doors open. They're either, like, already open, or there's other ways into them. Like, it de-incentivizes the need for a Pip-Boy, because, like, what do you do with it? It doesn't have any point to it, which is unfortunate, because I like the Pip-Boy. I like this version of the Pip-Boy. I like that you just attach it to your arm. That it's not like... So in the older Fallout games, when you got a Pip-Boy, it would be, like, surgically attached to your arm. Like, pins would go through your arm and you could never take it off, which was rad. That's cool. But I like the change in this one, that it's just like, it's a fun little wrist accessory you just slap on. That's cool. It makes me wonder why more people in the Wasteland don't just have Pip-Boys, if they're just this easy to take. But that's an issue for another time, because first I have to do this. I am fine with my appearance. My guy looks like plain toast, and I'm A-okay with that. Alright, but now we're gonna get into the real, Tatoes, which is what that is. That's a Tato. They're almost as easy to take as your guns. I clarify that because I actually don't know what you mean by that. Oh god, the sun! Well, it's a good thing I was cryogenically frozen and my muscles haven't atrophied, because boy would that be embarrassing. Anyway, I'm gonna take this wrench. Alright. Yeah, desk fan, hell yeah! Alright, already off to a rollicking good start. Oh, okay. So, I'm gonna ask a question to the chat. Should I do base building at some point, or should I just leave it? Because I will be playing... Also, I will be playing the entirety of the main story of Fallout 4. With a couple of, like... side quest stuff thrown in. I might do one or two of the DLCs. I'm definitely gonna do Far Harbor, because Far Harbor has some shit. But UnsoundWorld's is actually really, really good. But I don't know if I want to. Oh, also I got a whole bunch of those like weird paid DLC stuff for Fallout 4, and I got them because one of them just makes you Doom Guy, and that's rad. That's sick as hell. And I feel bad about it, but hey, you know what? It's 2020. I can do things. You're not my mom. I don't know if my mom's watching, but if my mom is watching, my mom could tell me to not do that. But my mom may not be watching, so I'm all doing stuff by myself, like a big boy. All right. Well, that was an embarrassing tangent. Let's talk to Codsworth. Oh yeah, the Fallout. I talked about that at the beginning of the stream. How the Fallout NPCs in Fallout 76 steal your items when you die, and then if they die, your item disappears, which is hilarious. So let's talk about this, I guess. So one of the main complaints about Fallout 4 is the fact that you don't have a lot of options for talking to characters. And I'm not talking about like the 4-button Mass Effect options. I'm talking about your main option to any given situation is yes. But you can either say yes enthusiastically, yes sarcastically, yes but more information, or no. But realistically, yes, I will do this thing. Which takes a lot of the elements of choosing your own adventure and kind of building, you know, your own story if your character is literally like taking his first improv class and has to say yes to everything. Let's go with yes and more information.
What happened to the world?
I do enjoy the Mr. Handy robots. I think that they are just adorable. And I love the change to this one that their eyes move. That's so cute. That's adorable. I love that. Codsworth being here. So this is the weirdest part. Codsworth being here is the craziest thing. Because this is, like, obviously this used to be my home or whatever, but other people have clearly lived here. Did they just ignore the robot? Because that's weird. Let's do yes, but sarcastically, which is that one.
She can't be.
This wasn't a very sarcastic answer. I'm disappointed in you, Nate. You had a chance to be weird and funny, but you didn't. And that's bad. I don't approve.
A distraction to calm this dire mood. It's been ages since we've had a proper family activity. Checkers, or perhaps charades. Sean does so love that game.
I also like that Codsworth is a bit crazy. I wish that was something that they kind of went more into. Like Codsworth just has no clue what's happening all the time, and he just acts like a normal robot. Like he's sawing some dude's legs off, and he's like, well, sir, shall I bake some cookies after this for the missus? And it's like, Codsworth, my wife is dead. Ah, yes, pop, pop, cheerio and all that. Robot things. Very good.
Doesn't matter how long it's been. I feel fine.
I feel great, Codsworth. I've been frozen for so long, but apparently there's no negative repercussions to that. Which is just dandy if you think about it, Codsworth. Oh, Codsworth. Can I leave this conversation? I can't. Oh, I can. Let's do this. So yes, more information, but also a thing.
What's wrong?
Yeah.
Oh, son, it's been just horrible.
I like how yellow is easy, orange is medium, and red is hard. Why isn't green in there?
I spent the first 10
Like, what a weird choice.
trying to keep the floors waxed, but nothing gets out nuclear fallout from vinyl wood. Nothing. And don't get me started about the futility of dusting a collapsed house.
Well, Codsworth, I'm very disappointed in you because you let the car rust. And that's your fault. You shouldn't have done that. You should have let the car... Damn you, Codsworth. Damn you. Stay with me.
Pal. Focus.
I'm afraid I don't know anything, sir. The bombs came and all of you...
I also like how other people have clearly moved into this town, or like this little cul-de-sac, and Codsworth has no memory of them. Like, at all. It's like, well, no, nothing else happened, really. It's just, you know, stuff, things, life goes on, so, you know, as we all know, blah, blah, blah.
But then... everything happened.
Oh, Codsworth.
You're welcome. Now, enough feeling sorry for myself. Shall we search the neighborhood together? The missus and young Sean may turn up yet.
Codsworth, my wife is dead.
All right. Lead the way.
Proud to serve.
So spoilers for Fallout 4. This is way, way, way later. After your son is kidnapped, he is now an old man who has some kind of weird disease and is gonna die as soon as you meet him. Oh, jeez, Codsworth, jeez. Let's do some VATS. Well, that could have gone better, but hey. Nice.
My senses are picking up movement in another house. Follow me.
All right. I don't have any bobby pins. Dip. Oh, well, took that red dress. Didn't mean to do that. All right, where did Codsworth go? There he is. Codsworth? My lovable, rambunctious metal son, come back! Oh, jeez! Ew. So these things, bloat flies are gross on two different reasons. Besides the fact that they're nasty bugs that are full of 90s toy slime, they also shoot their larvae at you, and that's why the blood spurts out, as it's their gross maggots digging into your flesh, which is, again, super cool change to boat flies. I know that they did in the past, but now it's more visible. Just gross in general. Just nasty.
Thanks for your help, Codsworth.
Good luck, sir.
Sure.
I shall remain here and secure...
Alright, Codsworth, and you're now just going to wander around this empty house, and you're going to leave. Alright, cool. So, let's do some stuff and find some items. Hell yeah, 5 bobby pins. So, I'm going to talk a little bit about our introduction into the Fallout world. It's very ham-fisted. Like, you don't get a proper introduction. Remember, from your character's perspective, you are seeing this all for the very first time. You, the player, have played a Fallout game reasonably before. You know the ins and outs. You know all the hot tips and tricks to playing Fallout. Your character doesn't. And instead of gingerly leading you through like the Fallout world, instead of like something like that, you instead just get thrown in to Fallout, which into this universe, I should say, which is not great as a storytelling device. And I'm not saying like, oh yeah, you just stuff just doesn't happen for a really long time. What I mean by like lead you in is you want certain things to happen at certain points. Like you want your very first interaction with a Deathclaw or a super mutant to be impactful. Fallout 3 did it fantastically. You barely meet any super mutants, like en masse, like in large groups that are actually directly in your path until like maybe a minute before you meet the Brotherhood of Steel. And then you get introduced to both factions very quickly, which is fantastic. That's a great way to lead a character, you know, and lead them into the world. You get the main story of Fallout 3 acclimates you to the world in a more organic way than I feel like Fallout 4 does. It doesn't hold your hand, but it also doesn't just kind of go, yeah, you know what a Deathclaw is, right, kid? Hey, come on. You know what a stim pack is? Radiation? All this jazz? Ha ha ha. Alright, go out there and shoot some people. Just go nuts. Just really, really drive it home how much you hate people. I want to walk up this tree because there's a duffel bag up here. I promise that, like, I'm gonna get to the main story soon. I just want to collect all the useful bits of stuff from this kind of general area before moving on. Because there is some stuff. Yeah. I don't know what I mean by that. Alright. So, let's steal his Mr. Handy Oil. Alright, just pick up the Your Special book. Alright, chat. I have the Your Special book, which will automatically add 1 point into my special bar, into one of my special points. What should I upgrade first for free? Like any of these points really, again, it doesn't actually matter at the end of the day, just because, like, as soon as I level up, I can add another point into any of them. But for the sake of just kind of, like, doing this, which do you think would be most viable right now? Alright, I am just gonna pick. Oh, wait. Intelligence! Good choice. Alright. Now I'm a smarter boy than I was before. I have the muscle strength of a man, but boy am I just a real honkin' smart guy. Alright, so before we move on to the other houses, I do want to show off weapon crafting. I said I wouldn't talk about gameplay elements, and this isn't going to be that. This is going to be like a different thing, but I have to do the workbench stuff to show you what I'm talking about. So in Fallout 3 and New Vegas, you could like get your regular weapons, which was great. It's fantastic, you know, regular way to do stuff. But in Fallout New Vegas, they added mods. But mods weren't easy to get. Sometimes they wouldn't appear on specific vendors. Sometimes you just wouldn't be able to run into somebody that had the mod you were looking for the gun you had. So it made having a gun really, really important, so to speak, right? Because you held on to your hunting rifle because you wanted the scope for it, or you wanted the extended mag. You held on to your 10mm pistol to give it a silencer and a scope. The great thing about this crafting system is you can just do mods. Like, you can pick a gun, you can name it, and you just have a gun that is specified for your specific playstyle. You have a bunch of different options for how you approach, how you go into gunplay, which is fantastic. The problem is Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas also had special legendary weapons. And unlike in Fallout 4, legendary weapons were variants. They had a different design, they had a cool, like, special effect that no other weapon could possibly do. In Fallout 4, yeah, they still have those special variant weapons, but that doesn't matter because they also added in legendary weapons. But the problem with legendary weapons in this game is, one, they're randomly generated from legendary enemies. And unlike the variant weapons, they can have any ludicrous, absolutely insane, just random perk. Like, oh yeah, it's a 10mm pistol that shoots grenade rounds and does 10% extra damage to women. And when you have, like, yeah, here's your steel pipe. It's a legendary steel pipe called Todd Howard's Pain. It does 5% extra melee damage. And then you have, like, an axe that's like, yeah, it does 50 fire damage. And it's like, that doesn't, like, who cares about variant weapons when I can just find a legendary opponent, kill him, and probably get something better, or sell that thing for something better. It de-incentivizes finding valuable objects. The great thing about variant objects in Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas was it gave you a big incentive to search the world. It wasn't just, oh yeah! Oh, is there a delay in the chat? Oh shoot, oh well. But there is... It de-incentivizes exploration for the sake of finding interesting things like that. You can still find variant weapons, but you can also just stumble upon a legendary enemy and get a legendary weapon. So you don't... There's not this incentive to, like, go into every single location and find anything you can. You still can do that, but because they're not really that special, it doesn't actually matter. But let's upgrade my gun. Gonna give it a hardened receiver. Ah, you like that. And a comfort grip. And that's it. I do like the fact that you can name your weapons. Because of my very first playthrough, and I'm going to do this again, I named my very first weapon that I got, Nora, after my wife. And I killed Kellogg with it. And that was extremely empowering for my character. Because, like... yeah. That's sick. That's super awesome. From, like, a gameplay standpoint. The hell is this? Get out of here. I was already in my house. Damn it. Damn you, house. Damn you to hell. Your house sucks. Let's see. What valuables? Desk fan. That being said, because of modifications being such a prevalent part of the game, it makes picking up junk better. Because you want to explore to find those all too precious desk fans. God, you need them. You really need them. It's desk fans, typewriters, and antique globes. Those are just like... God. Oh, geez, there's a rat roach. Oh, God! Kapow! Let's see. I'm gonna unlock this suitcase. Really get my hands dirty. Oh, God. Nice.
Yes.
And a bobby pin. I only gained from that interaction. Interaction? That can't be right. I used to talk on stage, and now I can barely speak to save my life. Alright. Gonna take off that. Unlock this safe. Take some planes, trains, and automobiles. Oh no. Yeah.
That's it.
Not gonna take that pre-war money. I'm not cheap. There's just a syringe of medics just hanging out. Nothing but filthy drug addicts in my house, in my neighborhood. I know I've been gone for a while, but geez, really, neighborhood really just fell apart. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Ah! Ah! It's a rat roach. Man, that was really canned dog food. Take that fishing rod. I don't know why. But I will take it. It is mine now. So that's what you get. The world is my stage, and boy, am I doing a bad job of acting on it. All right. So let's get down to brass tacks. Yes. No. Ooh, I do want that chemistry jar though. All right. So we're gonna. If you look on your right, we will be getting to probably what is the most egregious part of Fallout 4, in my opinion, which is calling back to Fallout 1 in probably the most annoying way. So this is Dog, except it's not Dog. Dog is actually dog meat, and dog meat was a dog in Fallout 1. It was one of your very first characters, companions. He's also a reference to a... Is it Warren Ellis? Who was the... To an old post-apocalyptic story called A Boy and His Dog, because the dog in that was called Dog Meat. They did it in Fallout 4 because, you know, they needed... Mars needs moms, and Fallout needs dog meat, apparently. And that's fine. You know, when you have something like Fallout 3, it's fine to make, because it's a new developer, it's people who you want to let the fans know, like, hey, your IP, your favorite franchise is in good hands. Look, here's dog meat. You like dog meat? Everyone likes dog meat. You know, it's a great way to get fans on your side, so to speak. The fact that dog meat is in this is horrific, because it shows a level of, well, we can't disappoint the fans. We have to keep putting dog meat, and it doesn't matter if it's a different dog meat. He's still that old frisky dog meat, and we need him. But it shows like a certain level of cowardice from Bethesda. They're willing to change huge aspects of the game, but they're unwilling to move past other parts of it. Now, jeez. Which is kind of not embarrassing, but also not great, because... So, I'm not even going to bring up Fallout New Vegas. I'm going to bring up Fallout 2. Or Fallout Tactics. Or Fallout Brotherhood? God, I forget which one it is. Anyway, so in one of the Fallout games, they changed what death claws were. I want to say it was Fallout Brotherhood, which was a terrible game, but they essentially changed what death claws were. We know death claws as big lizards with huge claws, but in whichever Fallout game I'm talking about, I think it's Brotherhood. I want to say it's Brotherhood. In Fallout Brotherhood, they were actually hairy creatures, and it showed that, like, Deathclaw is not a name for a specific creature, it's a moniker for anything that has claws that can literally tear you in half. Which is nice. That's a cool, like, world-building thing, because that's something we have in real life, right? Like dragons. There's a million different... There's a billion zillion different cultures, and there's twice that many names for dragons. You know, what we know as dragons. Big lizards that breathe fire. But they're not all the same. They're all kind of different. But they all have the kind of same name. which is nice. That's a really that's a great kind of way to show how like cultures evolve and how cultures can even happen upon very similar things. The fact that, like, you know, again, it's dog meat. They're all dog meat. All dogs are called dog meat. There's no dog is ever called Max or like Sparky or anything. They're all dog meat. It shows a certain level of cowardness, but it shows a certain lack of world building as well. Because every dog is dog meat. Can't have to stick to the formula. Can't get away from the formula of Fallout, the all-important Fallout formula that no one has ever diverged from. Oh wait, they all do. They're all different, except for the Bethesda ones, which is unfortunate. So we're on our way to Concord. Also, I want to say right now, the fact that this is Boston is heresy. I've been to Boston numerous times because my mother's from there. Ma, I don't know if you're watching this. How do you like Concord? Does it look just like you remember it? My mother grew up in a town called Somerville. I can walk to Somerville and show my mother right now the horrible crime that Todd Howard did, because Somerville is like this beautiful little small town tucked away in a corner of Boston, and in Fallout 4 it's a single shitty house. It's a whole town reduced to a tiny house, and it's like, God, wow, that's embarrassing. Holy shit. There's a bird. Yeah, eat shit, bird. I'm Nate Everyman. Oh no. So now we're gonna help Preston Garvey. I'm just gonna take that for later. By the way, I am playing on a lower difficulty because I do not want to go through this game playing on normal or survival. That would be just the worst, in my opinion. Just drop all this. We're keeping it fresh. All right, I need some other leather stuff. Give me your leather bits. Nope, have that. All right, Preston. I'll help you, I guess. I don't really have a choice in the matter. And here's the rub. Here's where we get into it, right? So this is a necessary part to get through the story. I have to help Preston Garvey. I have to. There's no way around it, which sucks. Because you want to be able to do multiple different things. You want to be able to be shitty, right? You want to be able to walk into a situation and go, yes, of course. I feel bad for the plight of you. How about you give me money? And then you can just screw him over. Again, let's go back to the Outer Worlds, right? Oh wait, does he have a? Yes. Ha ha ha! My leather collection grows in size and power. But you want to be able to walk into situations and decide what you want to do. You want to be able to have the choice to go, no. I'm a bad guy. I am not a good guy. I'm a bad customer. You don't talk to me because I'm a mean guy, and I'll mess you up. But you don't have that option here. You have to choose the good option because you don't have a choice. If all these dudes are wearing long johns, you are all nasty. Like, you're all nasty. I don't like that. That's gross. And I hate that. So this is why you deserve to die. But let's go into a little bit more of a story thing. Earlier in the stream, I talked about how certain... Oh no. I need you. I need your body. I need the stuff you have. Early in the stream, I talked about how it's really, really crazy. Your character has set things about them. Like, things that they can't change, right? Your male character is a soldier, your female character is a lawyer. And there's nothing you can do about that to change it, right? You can't choose... I just need a left arm. You can't, like, choose your job or whatever. You have to be a soldier. It doesn't do anything in-game, actually, but it does affect the game in different ways.
Man,
because, again, it decentivizes your ability to make choices. But let's talk about this situation. I just walked into a building and started shooting people. I don't know anything about these people. I could be helping the bad guys. I'm not, because I'm a Bethesda character, which means I'm always lawful good. But I'm not helping any of these people, right? I'm not helping these people for good reasons. I'm helping them because I just happened in and they're all essential, which sucks.
Please, go on.
But it also takes away, again, my choice as a character. I can't side with the Raiders. I have to help Preston. And not because it's a story mission, but because my character is a good guy. I'm a straight arrow. Let me tell you something. I've never even picked up a penny off the ground because that's thievery, and that's bad.
Good to meet someone who really cares. Anyway, we figured Concord would be
so I'm going to talk a little bit about Fallout 1.
Raiders proved us wrong.
Because it's going to go right back into what we're going to be doing in just a second. In Fallout 1, you could choose... there was a quest that you had to do. And it was to help escort a caravan from point A to point B. Cool quest. Here's what made it extra cool. Is the entire game, you're hearing stuff about, like, oh yeah, there's this creature that lives in this certain part of the wasteland. It's messed up. It just it is horrific. We call it the Death Claw. And it's horrific. They build up the tension of this creature. You don't know what you're gonna do. You don't know what you're gonna do when you come face to face with it.
You can rip the minigun right
because it's horrifying, and then you meet it, and it's still really scary. And this is like an isometric third-person game, right? Its graphics are super outdated, but it still fills you with a sense of dread because the game builds up this creature. It builds up the Death Claw.
I know, right?
And if you've played Fallout 4, you know what's about to happen. So no spoilers in chat. I'm watching. I know that there's a bit of a delay in chat, but don't spoil it for people who have not played Fallout 4, a game that has been out for years and has tons of spoilers.
Your high-grade, long-term nuclear battery used by the military and some companies way back when. And we know right where to find one.
But we can't look.
Yep.
Actually,
I'm done.
The fusion core. We're set.
Well, all right.
All right. Yeah, that is why I grabbed the fusion core, by the way. And here's Mama Murphy. And here's a bobblehead. And my perception has been increased by 1. So that'll help me somehow, I guess. I don't know. It'll help me shoot people in vats. All right. So here's the second problem with Fallout 4, but it's not really a problem, it's more of an issue on my part. In Fallout, in all the Fallout games before this, getting power armor was like this really empowering moment. You saw people wearing it, and you wanted to have it. It's like, hell yeah, power armor. I want that. That's sick. But you don't really, you have to work up to get the power armor. In this game, you just get it. However, Nate is a soldier, so it does make a certain amount of sense. I don't really like it because it doesn't make a whole lot of hecka sense to me, but, there's worse things.
We got somebody up here. Why don't you get
Yeah! Yeah! I will say this, being in power armor in Fallout 4 is probably the most empowering thing in the world. You feel like a badass, and it's great. Like, power armor has never made me feel more cool and powerful and awesome than in this game, which is great. That's how you want power armor to make you feel. I just wish this was later in the game. I wish this wasn't, like, the first thing you did. I wish you got to see, like, people wearing power armor just normally, so that you could build up to getting it. It's like, heck yeah, man. I want that. That's cool as heck. Instead of just like, yeah, you get it. Oh no! Oh, what's that? Oh, it's a Deathclaw. You got him. Uh-oh. Your dog is in trouble. Well, you're gonna be in trouble in a second, pal. When I shoot the heck out of you. Stay still. Yeah, get... Oh! Hello. Ah, jeez. Bop. Bop. Yeah. Bop. It's very anticlimactic. Die, Raider scum. Yeah. That guy went like 20 feet in the air. Holy shit. That was great. Wait. Ah, nuts. You flew so high. Just like Icarus. And you got burned by the sun. And also that part of the world just disappeared. That's crazy. Anyway. Is there another raider over here? I could have sworn there you are. Seriously, none of you have left arms, honestly? Just keeping your left arm totally exposed, huh? Jerk. Like, what the heck? You idiots. What if somebody shot you in the left arm? You'd be completely defenseless. You monster. Oh, come on. Well, this is embarrassing. Oh gosh, I'm being shown on stream how terrible I am at this game. Oh lord. The musician, help me. There's the Doom Marine armor. Just gonna leave that there for now. All right. Now I'm gonna tell Preston off, and I'm gonna be like, "You better give me some money, guy, or I'm gonna shoot someone." I can't do that. I have to be the guy. I have to be Mr. Good Guy. Damn it. Hey,
that
Preston.
Was a pretty amazing display.
Can you look at me when you talk to me? Because this is incredibly rude, Preston. There you go. So in this interaction, I'm going to be entirely mean, and I'm going to see if the game... I know it's not going to, but let's just see where it goes.
Stop kidding yourself. You're nothing to me.
This lighting is horrific, like and it makes my character look like an insane person.
Whether you wanted to or not. Listen, when we first met, you said you were glad to help. Well, you did. And we owe you our lives. So here. It ain't much, but it's the best way I can say thank you.
Ah, sick.
I didn't do it for money.
Hey, sorry.
That isn't even a mean thing. That's not like a mean thing to say. That's ridiculous. I didn't do it for money. I did it for the fusion cells. Obviously. Give me more of them. It's like, I didn't do it for money. That's not a mean thing to say. That's just, like, aggressive.
I got my own problems.
Well, that much is true. 'Cause I seen your
I hate Mama Murphy so much. I hate her face.
I know.
God, she's creepy. Look at her cold, dead shark eyes. Oh, God. I really wish I could get out of this and turn my Pip-Boy light off because, God, I look like a Batman villain.
Please, tell me. I need to know.
You're a man out of time, out of hope. But all's not lost. I can feel your son's energy. He's
all
alive.
right. Yeah, I'm a man out of time.
Bullshit.
Bullshit.
You're trying to play me for a fool.
Oh, no, kid, no. The sight's...
It's like her head's on a swivel. She's like a bird.
Ever a liar. Your son's out there. And even I don't need the sight to tell you where you should... The great green...
Yep.
Please, Mama Murphy.
Look, kid, I'm tired.
Ma'am.
Oh, yeah. Alright, sick. I'm out of here.
Reach sanctuary. Shush, Preston.
Do I have to... Where's my quests? Yeah, no.
Gonna die eventually.
Alright, bye. I'm not gonna talk to Preston. If you guys want me to do the Minutemen stuff, you'll have to request it. I have no interest in it because it requires settlement building, and I feel like the settlement building in this is poorly implemented. It's not very good, and I don't like it. I understand why other people would like it. It's really, really interesting when you get down to it, and there's a whole lot of variety that you can do. I don't want to spend like hours and hours and hours building a town for you guys, for people, only to like hate my creation and just feel like I've wasted time. Who are you? Oh, you're a chems vendor. Hell, took your lighter, you oh, jeez. This is dire. Just like right away. This is... What have you done, you horrible man? Oh, that's right. I also have a level. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot. Alright, I have 2 levels. Holy crap. Okay, so this is my perk chart. And if you pre-ordered Fallout 4, you actually got it as a cool poster, which is awesome. And I hate it. I hate it so much. It's my least favorite thing. I strongly dislike this entire thing because these perks are cool. They're all really neat and they're all unique to themselves. I feel like there could have been so many better implementations of this system than there are in this game. God, I trailed off. I feel like this could have been better, and it's not. And that makes me mad somehow. Where the hell? There it is. Alright, now I can make rank 1 gun mods. Nice. Alright, so now we're on the road to Diamond City. And just like Pokemon, I'll have to fight the gym leader and beat their entire rock gym, and there's my dog, and I almost shot him because I thought he was a bad guy. And also I have a minigun. Gonna just slap that minigun away for now. Change to... I'm also gonna heal. Because boy oh boy, is my body just full of holes. Now we're coming down to the downtime because Diamond City is a ways away. It's a bit of a walk. It's a bit of a jaunt. So, what can I realistically talk about right now? Oh no! Oh no! I've run out of things to complain about. I guess I can talk about what I actually really like about this game. This is such a nice change from the aggressive green color palette of Fallout 3. The fact that it's like, it's brown, it's kind of tannish, there's a bunch of really nice contrasting colors. This is interesting. This is really nice. And I like how big it feels. It doesn't feel like a city. I should say that right now. This does not feel like a town. This does not feel like a real place. But there's a lot of really vibrant colors, and it makes it pop. And you feel like you're walking into this really interesting world, which is cool. I just wish the game had more of this. because walking around with dog meat, just kind of walking with my dog through the post-apocalypse is nice. This is a nice feeling. You get a sense of isolation, but it's a necessary isolation. It's an isolation that, you know, feels intended. And it just works, you know. Oh no! There's a skeleton! Double tap. Double tap. Shit, I did it again. So, one of my friends, who's actually probably still in the chat, David, me and him have the same problem that we're trying to not do. And it's, we have what you would call aggressive reload, where it doesn't matter where our gun is. If we're even a bullet under a full clip, we will reload the gun. Because you need that gun to be at full. But one of our friends, who's also part of UnsoundWorld, and so is David. I probably should have led with that. David is also one of the people behind UnsoundWorld. And I don't know if David has any streams, but he streams on our Twitch channel, which you can find. It's UnsoundWorld on Twitch. He was playing Last of Us the last time I saw him. I don't know if he'll restart that, but I highly recommend it. David's really knows more about general gameplay stuff than I do, which is good. But back to me, because I'm more important.
Really strong.
We have a what you called aggressive reload, where we have to reload the gun. But Justin said that a much better way, especially if you're playing like multiplayer shooters like Apex Legends, which the three of us play a lot, the best thing you can do is just switch to your off weapon during firefights and just use that, because it's faster than the reload. So, like, the thing you want to do is, hey, if you haven't killed that enemy with your first gun, be sure to kill it with your second, because then you're gonna have to reload, and then you're wide open for attack. But it is generally faster than the reload, which is nice. And I just blew that person's entire face up. Oh, that's something we can talk about. So you've probably heard terms similar to this. I'm gonna be using different wordage, but it's generally player-driven narrative, or dynamic player narrative, where you create stories by yourself just by interacting with the world. Classic examples of this are like, oh hey, I chose to go in this dark cave, and oh no, like, you go on your own adventures without the game having to tell you, which is nice. But it also makes your character in your game look like a sociopath. What do I mean by that? Let's take a game that came out recently that got a ton of love and praise from all of the big game review sites. Red Dead Redemption 2. In that game, you play as Arthur Morgan, who is a criminal, but he attests a lot that he's only a criminal by happenstance. He doesn't choose to be a bad person. He's just forced into situations where he has to be the bad guy, which is really interesting. And it you know, it's a great little bit of, you know, character. Your character is this sweet man who wants to just live in peace, but can't, because the world he lives in is chaotic, and it requires him to be a bad man. Here's the issue with that. Arthur Morgan's a sociopath as soon as you, the player, get behind him, because it's a big open world game, and you know the first thing you're going to do is try to kill a random NPC. I've done it. I've gone long hours of that game of just murdering random people for no discernible reason of, I'm bored, you know, let's just see how many people I can kill. Which is horrific. That's terrible. Yeah, David, you really should start again, because, like, your Last of Us playthrough was great. I believe there is a link in the description for this live stream to our Twitch channel, so go do that. We're trying to get our podcast back up, but... and maybe, you know, maybe we'll stream us playing Apex Legends, or Conan again. Who knows? But let's get back down to brass tacks. Your player-driven narrative completely undermines the actual narrative of Arthur Morgan, right? Because Arthur Morgan is a man driven to desperation. Stop shooting! Why are you shooting at me? Oh my god, rude. Arthur Morgan is a man driven to desperation because of the circumstances that occur around him. You, as a player, are a horrific sociopath who blows people's heads off, and Arthur Morgan reacts with, like, apathy. Just complete indifference. And that's horrible. That's the scariest thing in the entire world, is... Gonna ignore that. Gonna ignore that part that I just died, almost. Hello! Get him, dog meat! Gosh, this is a strong ghoul. I mean, he's not strong now, but he... Oh, God! Dog meat, run! Oh, no. Oh, well, that's fine. He's a super dog. He won't die. Not this dog. This dog can't die. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, see, he's fine. That's... Okay, so here's another thing about this game. Is NPCs are hard-coded, especially companions. I should say that. Companion characters are hard-coded into the game to be essential. Which means they can't die. Ever. So again, you have this gritty, realistic world full of... Oh my gosh, 2 antique globes. Full of, like, death and despair. And oh no, your dog is gonna die. And then something explodes. And Dogmeat whimpers, gets back up, and then barks. Like nothing happened. And that's horrible. That's like the scared... I would shit my pants if I saw a dog explode and then get back up. I would be scared out of my mind. What a horrific animal. A dog that boxes with God. But what was I talking about before? God. This is my problem with streaming, is I get distracted so much by, like, tangents that I myself go off of. And that just, it does not make for dynamic viewership. Because I'm constantly getting sidetracked, and I'm constantly like, oh my gosh, what is that? I should preface, I do have horrible ADD, so, like, if I'm talking about something and I go off on a tangent and you guys wanted to know what I said, please remind me of what I was talking about, because I would also like to get to the end of my thought train. I just can't, because a horrible raider, a horrible bandit, took my train of thought, and is now, derailed it. And I have no control over this whatsoever. Beginning back to Fallout. Your character also has this issue, right, of just complete... I'm a shooting ghouls! I have no concept of what a ghoul is! Like, I do, clearly, because I play Fallout a lot, because I'm a nerd. But, like, my character doesn't... Oh, jeez. Oh my god, that was horrible. Nate completely silent. Like, he'll have opinions for, like, if doors are locked, and taking stim packs and chemicals and stuff, and he's a talking guy. You, but like during horrific, I saw him rip what I could only assume is a human being, rip its throat out with his dog teeth. Stop that. And that's horrible. And just complete apathy. And there's no way for me, the player, to interact with that. I just look like a psychopath. Shooting these zombies in the dick. I should talk about the ghouls for a second because... Oh, jeez, I'm so sorry, Dogmeat. Let me heal you. I'll stim pack you. I don't know why I did that. He heals on his own. Like, if I leave, he'll just automatically heal and follow after me. So, that was a waste of the stim pack. So I want to reiterate what exactly the point of this stream is. Again, I'm not trying to talk too much about gameplay, Todd Howard's horrible mistake on man. Please stop hitting me while I'm talking, thank you. I'm more so trying to talk about specific thematic elements and storyline elements that don't make a whole heck of a lot of sense, or just aren't very good. And that don't mesh well with the world that this game is trying to create. Oh, is there gonna be like a guy in here? Because I would hate that. That would just mess me up if there's like a guy in here. Ah, there's a guy in here! I hated that. Ah, I knew it. I said it, and I knew it was gonna happen. I still did it. Shoot. Yes! No, that's a rate. Damn it. No, I want a match. I'm also a little OCD about this. I have to get the same stuff, or else I will freak out. I need it all just to mesh well, you know? So, dance is in there. And dance is an issue. I guess I can talk about dance, for a bit. So the issue with dance is, later on, also spoilers, the issue with dance is if you get far enough in his companion quest line, because Mass Effect had companion quest lines, and New Vegas had companion quest lines, and Bethesda was like, oh, we should do that, but we shouldn't put a lot of effort into it, because that would be, oh my gosh, could you imagine if we put effort into things? Woo. Man, just asking too much of us. But when you get to the end of... Oh. Texture's freaked out. Dance's quest line, you find out that, oh no, Dance? He's a synth. But he's a part of the Brotherhood. And they hate synths. Ooh, they hate him. Oh, they don't like him one bit. So you can save Dance, and then Dance is like, I can't be in the Brotherhood anymore. I'm a synth. I'm a synthetic human being. Like, I'll die. But Dance is still like horribly xenophobic to other synths and ghouls, and like he doesn't change as a character in a meaningful way. He stays static. And that's an issue with a lot of the companions. Except for Dogmeat, because Dogmeat doesn't have a companion quest, because he's a dog. Which, you're like, yeah, that makes sense. Rex, in Fallout New Vegas, had a companion quest line. And he's a robot dog. It's weird. It's Bethesda, you know, not willing to put in too much effort, but also not willing to just like double down and say we're not going to add that in. That's really the issue. Is it's not that they don't put a whole lot of effort into things. They don't. But they don't put effort into things, and then they go, ah, well, you know, what are you gonna do, huh?
Gotta get rid of these chains first.
Ah, shoot. What do you want from us, huh? You want this feature? Fine, it's in here. And it's like, well, yeah, but I mean, this is a romance option. I shouldn't just be nice, and then people want to marry me. That's not how dating works. It's like, you know what? That's hard. How about you shut up, and you let us do our thing, which is make you angry with the stuff we do, Daniel. I'm like, yeah, that does make sense. That is something you guys do. Let's do that. I'm really debating doing settler stuff because I don't like it, but it's also a really huge part of this game. But I also don't like it. And there's a leather thing that I wanted. No, oh. Stop that. stop that. Bop, bop. But it's a really big part of the game. I just, you know? Yeah! Now I'm complete. Actually, Todd talked a lot about the fact that you had layered armor, which you kind of had in Oblivion. Like, you had, like... You didn't have armor sets, you had armor pieces. I'm talking about Elder Scrolls Oblivion. But you didn't have armor sets, you had armor pieces. So you could mix and match, which was really cool. And they did away with that in Fallout 3. You had static, just normal outfits. And there was nothing you could really do to change that. Like, hey, this is your outfit, and this is all your outfit is ever going to be. Which isn't bad. It just felt really different from Oblivion, where you had so much freedom to design to choose how your character looked, in a sense. And it didn't make an appearance in Fallout New Vegas, but for Fallout 4, they're like, yeah, we have layered armor now. Layer armor? That's hot. It's the hottest stuff around. Oh no! Dog meat! There he is. Nice. I'm gonna take all this guy's stuff. Yeah. Now you're just a loser. Hey, here's a dog. Hey, it's too heavy to carry. Damn you, dog. I also wish Fallout 4 had multiplayer. That's what I wish Fallout 76 was. In one of our podcasts we talked about like how to fix Fallout 76, and I suggested it's just a thing you can choose in Fallout 4 that would allow multiplayer for like big servers. And I feel like that'd be much more enjoyable than like, I should preface, I think the location of Fallout 76 is fantastic. Choosing a place like the Appalachia is a great choice because like there's so much like American culture up there and American folklore. It's a fantastic place to have a Fallout-centric universe take place in. The problem with having 76 is that it's the multiplayer game. You want to experience that world? I don't know why I picked that up. You want to experience the Fallout world as, you know, in your own way. And again, Fallout 76 is not single player. You can't just enjoy it on your own. You have to also play the online stuff, which sucks because the online stuff is bad. And you want better. You want better things, greater things. Which, you know, sucks. But the location of Fallout 76 is great. I feel like the main story, the fact that you're rushing to, like, find your overseer. That's the thing with Bethesda, a lot of Bethesda games. You're always looking for somebody. Like, dang, dog. Is that the only kind of, like, main quest you can do? Is a searching quest? Like, they have a dartboard, but the dartboard just has search, and they have pins of, like, possible things you could be searching for. And we're gonna get to, like, actual Fallout 76. And it's Fallout 76 2. And it's gonna be like, yeah, your character's looking for a... sandwich. Looking for his lost sandwich.
I'm just doing my job.
Sure wish I could find that sandwich. Did that other guard die? Probably.
Oh, look, it's the scary reporter.
I'm sorry.
I hate Piper's hands. I don't know what it is about Piper's hands, and you'll see it in a second. I hate she has giganto hands. And, like, this camera angle's not good. I just hate them. Like, I don't know why. Her hands are just horrible to look at. They're horrible to perceive.
You want into Diamond City, right?
I also just don't like Piper.
Here, but
like,
yeah.
I know she's like the go-to girl for a lot of Fallout fans, Fallout 4 fans. I just find her very annoying.
You said you're a trader up from Quincy? You have enough supplies?
And maybe that's like maybe that's like the
month?
intended thing because she's a journalist and that's how they feel like
You hear that, Danny?
that's the
You
best
gonna
way to
open the
go
gate and let
about
us in, or are you gonna be the one talking to crazy
endearing
man about
yourself
losing
to
out
this
on all the
character.
supply?
Is like, yeah, no, she's a journalist. That's why
Alright.
she's so nosy. But I'm like, God, I just wish you would shut up.
Give me a minute.
I don't like your entire personality.
Better
I
head
think
inside
you're
quick before
fake,
Danny catches
and I
on the
hate
bluff.
that. You don't know. I could be a seller.
Sounds good. Let's go.
Another great day in Diamond City.
For anyone who doesn't know, Diamond City is actually Fenway Park
Piper,
in Boston.
who let you back inside?
And I've been to Fenway.
Told Sullivan to keep that gate shut. You
And
devious
I feel like the people who made Fenway Park are rolling, turning, tossing in their graves for how Bethesda ruined this, cultural landmark of Fallout, of Fenway, right? Of Boston. Fenway Park is a huge part of Boston culture. Like, the Green Giant's over there. I can show you the Green Giant. Let's go look. Let's go look at the Green Giant, actually. And for anyone who doesn't know, the Green Giant is a massive wall in Boston, in Fenway Park, that denies people, like, hitting anything over it. And this is it. And I have been to Fenway Park, and this is not the goddamn Green Giant. It's the Green Giant is huge. It's this massive testament to baseball hubris. And this is what it's reduced to. So yeah, let's talk about that. So Fallout 4 takes place in Boston. I've been to Boston. Boston's fantastic. Silver Shroud. Fallout 4 feels like it doesn't feel like Boston, if that makes any sense. It feels like this horrible, empty place. Like, devoid of anything that makes Boston interesting. The architecture, the fun landmarks, everything. It feels so empty of what makes Boston Boston. But they do have, like, one voice actor who has the most horrific Boston accent I've ever heard in my entire life. And my mother's from Boston. So, like, you hear, like, just some guy, like, oh yeah, there was a death claw, and he attacked me, and oh jeez, oh god, he ripped my family apart. And it's like, what the hell are you talking about? Who are you? But let's talk about a little bit about settlements. And this is the part about settlements in every Fallout game. And I'm even talking about Fallout New Vegas. I'm putting Fallout New Vegas on blast. You go to a town, and it serves its purpose as a town. You have a vendor. You have an inn. You have, like, a couple of spots you can go to talk to NPCs. Besides that, it doesn't feel like a real place. It doesn't feel like a real place people live in. This dude's sleeping on the floor, on the dirt outside. And it's because, like, there's not enough actual livable homes for people to actually live in. It's this, Fenway Park is gigantic, and so much of it is empty, unused space. All of this could be homes, or shops, or anything, right? But, like, even, like, oh yeah, here's the mute fruit, where I guess that's mute fruit and potatoes. That is what people eat here in Diamond City. And it's not even a city. It's like a small town. You know, it doesn't feel like a big city. It feels like this very condensed, very squished place. And that sucks.
standing.
You...
Every drop of water that comes out of that
That's a
filter,
child.
100%
I don't know why that surprised me. But it doesn't feel like a real breathing city or town. It feels empty. It feels devoid of life. Which is unfortunate. Right? And so much of the layout doesn't make any sense. Like, this is the garden? How do you water stuff? Where's your irrigation system? And these are all, again, this doesn't make the game bad, so to speak, right? This isn't necessary. Why is this also the garden? Why are you all sleeping on the ground? Why don't you have homes? Like, it's not bad. It's just it's a nitpick of mine. Because you want when you walk into a place called Diamond City, you want it to feel like a city where these NPCs also live, right? They also live here. They do stuff here. They have lives. You know, this bitch is always sitting at this fucking noodle stand eating noodles, and that is her life. That is her entire existence, is sitting at this noodle place and eating noodles. And it's aggravating to me. But enough hopping on that. We gotta go find Piper Wright. And find out where my son is. My son, Sean. Oh, God, that's right. I'm looking for my son, Sean. So that's the other problem with having, like, deep, in-depth crafting systems and settlement building, is all that stuff is really, really cool. It's very distracting from the quest to find my infant. Because that's what the quest is, right? The quest is to find my infant child. What the hell? My infant baby? I can't find him because I was too busy collecting desk fans to make a chair, to make this super sick gun.
All right, Piper.
Good. So I know you're from a vault.
Alright, I'm doing the interview. This is... The fact that there's a newspaper is really great. And the fact that it's also called Public Occurrences, which was an actual newspaper in Boston, that's a slam dunk. Good job, Bethesda. You get 1 gold star.
I didn't spend much time in the vault.
Wait, they boxed you up in a fridge? The whole time? Are you saying you were alive before the war?
So, we're circling back to this whole thing before, you know, that I talked about before. Your character is experiencing this world for the first time.
Yes.
And he reacts to everything with complete, abject, like, nothingness. This is the basis of his life, and it's aggravating to an extreme degree, because you don't want that to be the case. You want him to be an active member. You want him to react to shit, right? When that Deathclaw comes out of that sewer grate, your character should be like, "What the hell is that? That's a big monster." And he doesn't. He's just like, "Well,
seeing everyone survive, rebuilding the world."
Haha, minigun go brr. Right? It's aggravating to me. And I don't like that. I want my character to care. But that's the problem when you set up a character like this. Like, I'm before the war. I have no concept of any of this. You run into the issue of, hey, you now have to... You either leave your character's reaction on the cutting room floor, and he's just not surprised by anything, or you build the story around this fish out of water, a man out of time, dealing with horrible radioactive monstrosities.
And people wonder why I can't just look the other way.
But your character doesn't. Oh my god, my butt fell asleep.
Why don't you make a statement to Diamond City directly? The threat of kidnapping is all but ignored in the Commonwealth. Everyone wants to pretend it just doesn't happen.
I love how Piper sounds like an insane person because she's talking about the Institute. I don't want to change Piper's clothes. I want to change your entire existence.
No matter how much you want to give up, don't.
It's,
You have to have hope that you'll see them again.
there's
Or
also
at least
another...
that you'll know
Here's another nitpick. And this is another, like, world-building nitpick.
Thanks. That's everything.
We are
It's gonna take some
500
time to put this all
years
together,
in the
but I think
established
the
present
rest
of my character, Nate, right? We are way, way, way in the future. And sure, it's a post-apocalypse. These people have a town. They have markets, they have currency, blah, 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 right? They are at that stage in society where we have trade. We have free markets. We are going from a zero plus, a zero-sum world to a plus-sum world, right? There's no culture here. We're still listening to the same music. They're still making the same kind of art. That's all 50s stuff. No one's progressing past this point. And that's not effective world building. That's not how, like, cultures expand.
Watch your back. Just say the word when you're ready.
Let's go back to Fallout. In Fallout 2, right? Not Fallout New Vegas. Everyone tries to compare this. This is a completely different game. I'm gonna try to avoid comparing this to Fallout New Vegas as much as I can. But in Fallout 2, you are like the great-grandson or granddaughter of the first Vault Dweller. Your character in Fallout 1, right? Your character is now now like your vault, Vault 13. The descendants of that vault that left are a tribe.
Put the gun down now.
Like they've left. They started building like themselves up. You have the NCR, which was, you know, nothing in Fallout 1, but in Fallout 2 they're like becoming an actual force. They have towns and stuff. And you know, they're the government, you know. But in Fallout, like Fallout 3 and Fallout 4, you don't have that. You just have this. Everyone's stuck in the same spot. Everyone's reacting to the same things, right? They're stuck in these ruts of I guess post-apocalyptic apathy. And yeah, to a degree that makes sense in Fallout 1 and 2, but the fact that like they're still living in what is effectively garbage is insane. This is insanity. But it's all to keep up the aesthetic of Fallout 1, because Bethesda, like, they don't want to take that risk of building actual, you know,
something wrong.
His ties.
Progression to their stories in
the
Fallout games, right?
It's
they don't want to take that leap, but it's a necessary leap because that's how games evolve. That's how you make better games. Is you expand on the stories.
Don't get it. The detective.
Don't worry, I can help.
There's an.
I'll find him.
Blah blah blah. I'll find him. Yep. Yeah. Now we're gonna go fight Nick. Nick is my favorite character. Because he is very interesting. He is one of the only characters that I find legitimately, like, engaging because his story is really fun and cool. Can I pop another... Nope. So this is a question for the chat. Should I go into... which DLC should I do first, basically? Should I do Far Harbor, or should I do Nuka Worlds? Because Far Harbor has a lot of writing problems, but it's got some really interesting, like, elements to it. Nuka World is a much better written story, but there are, again, thematic and storytelling issues that don't make a lot of sense. So, this is for the chat. Which would you guys rather see me do? Because I will be going through the full main quest of Fallout 4. But when I move to one of the DLCs, because I don't want to do them both. I really don't. Oh god, I really don't want to do them both. But, would you rather see Far Harbor, or would you rather see Nuka World? Alright, we got one for Nuka World. Nice. Also, if you have any friends or anyone that you think should watch this, feel free to share it. Again, this is UnsoundWorld's. Me and my friends do, we do a podcast, we do streams, we do Let's Plays sometimes, for our own individual stuff. But, like, we're trying to build up our crowd base, so if you find this interesting, if you find what I'm talking about interesting, or if you find, like, you know, other stuff that we do interesting, let us know, and spread us around. We're trying to gain a following. We're doing a very bad job of it, but we're trying our hardest. No, kill Swan mid-game. Oh, do you want me to kill Swan now? Oh God, can I? I don't think I have the arsenal for that. Let me check. What do I have? I could actually. It'd be a fight, but I could kill Swan. Yeah, no. If you guys want me to try to kill Swan, did something just happen? I could have sworn something just happened and I missed it because I was talking. Oh no! They're all dead. Oh, whatever will I do? Oh, jeez. I guess I could take a crack at Swan. Oh, God, where is he? Because I know Swan's gonna give me a legendary weapon. I guess that would lead into, like, the problem. Yeah, you know what? Let's go kill Swan. Let's try to find Swan. God, which way is he? Okay, no, he must be this way. For anyone who doesn't know what I'm talking about, dog meat! This reminds me of, that part in the Will Smith, I Am Legend, where there's just the mannequin and Will Smith loses his mind for 10 minutes. It's, oh God, that part is just like, really effective storytelling, also horrifically, just like, scary. Yeah, okay, yeah, here's Swan. Swan spawned. Oh, level 13. Oh, okay. Alright, so you want to do it, and you want to kill him with Kate. Well, I hate Kate, so we're not going to be doing that. And I hate Kate because I'm Irish. So, I find Kate... Jeez. So this is Swan. Swan is a unique super mutant behemoth. Oh, jeez! You know what? This was a mistake. This was never gonna work out. Why was there a chain there? What the hell? Oh, God. Keegan McQueen? I blame you for that. Because, I died. I was peer pressured, and then I died. Which is messed up. I'm trying to talk about the thematic elements of Fallout 4, and then I got my ass handed to me. And that's not nice. Alright, where is it gonna drop me? It's probably gonna drop me right after I left Diamond City. So that's actually not bad. And then we can go find Nick. And I think as soon as I get Nick and we go back to Diamond City, I think we'll be good to cut it there. Yeah, alright, cool. And then I guess I can stream more tomorrow. Or the day after that, because Predator Hunting Grounds come out tomorrow. Come outs? Yep. I was once an English major. Predator Hunting Ground comes out tomorrow. So I'll probably be playing a bit of that, just because that's the new hot thing. Hey, what's up, man? But I'll definitely be up to playing more Fallout 4 after that, and you're running.
You're dead.
Why am I dead? What the hell? What the hell? All these people shooting me. Dog me. Get out of the way. Ridiculous. Are you gonna shoot me? What the hell? I ain't even done nothing yet. Get the Manuel carbine. What the hell's the Manuel carbine? What the hell is that? Am I learning about a thing that I've never heard of before? So the Polanski preservation shelters are actually a neat little thing that I think Bethesda actually introduced. Or they didn't introduce it, but like they made it more of a tangible thing. They are Fallout shelters on a budget. Basically, you'd put like I think $10 into the Polanski shelter before the bomb struck, and you'd be protected. They were horrifically ineffective, and actually served to trap a lot of people inside of them, which is a nice little thing. I like the fact that they're very prominent in the Bethesda games. It's just a fun like little thing. Actually, when I first played Fallout 3, I was so new to the Fallout universe because I didn't like have computer games. I didn't grow up with video games at that point when like the first couple of Fallout games came out. So Fallout 3 was my introduction. But I stumbled upon a group of super mutants for the very first time, and I got so freaked out that I actually hid inside of a Polanski preservation chamber, and the Brotherhood of Steel came and saved my ass, and I was like, wow, that was rad. My game was chugging a little bit, which is not great. Oh! Is it? It's a workshop creation, apparently. The Manuel carbine. Do I have to, like, find a blueprint for that? Yeah, I literally, like, how do you do things in Fallout? Like, who even does Fallout anymore? You know what? But speaking of super mutants, I feel like I should bring this up because this Deathclaw's dog meat. I'm gonna reiterate this. Bethesda cannot let go of a game they actually did not create. In Fallout 1, super mutants were a creation of the Master. His entire vision for them was, they are going to be my creations, right? They're going to be my perfect race to survive in the wasteland. This is how I'm going to save humanity. I'm going to turn everyone into super mutants. They have no gender, they have no race, they are a unified group. Which is fantastic. I guess I can use this. Man, you guys are in for a bad time. But they served a unique purpose in the story. They weren't just antagonists, they were kind of central to the overall plot, which is great. That's what you want from your antagonists, not for them to just be bad guys, but for them to be necessary bad guys, right? In Fallout 3, in Fallout 2, that they're their own faction, right? They've now moved out from under the shadow of the Master and their own group. It's a quest? Oh my god. Which quest is it? Oh my, I'm getting sidetracked. Stop that. Please tell me. I'm getting sidetracked. But in Fallout 2, they're their own faction. They've now moved on from under the shadow of their previous existence, and they're trying to carve their own place in the wasteland, which is great. That's so cool. That's such an interesting way to develop the characters. And they appear in like games like Fallout Tactics and Fallout Brotherhood, again as antagonists, but like their own separate group, which is nice. In Fallout 3, you find out that that there are super mutants, which isn't bad because you find out that they're not actually the antagonists. They are a symptom of one of the parts of the overall goal, right? They are created by the FEV virus, which is in the vault that has the Gek in it, which is great, super cool. What an interesting way to introduce an age-old Fallout character enemy without actually like making some dumb reason for, you know, like, oh yeah, these are the Masters mutants and they traveled eastward or whatever. It's still not great. I would much rather like they be their own thing, but the fact that they're not like direct antagonists, they're kind of like this separate group that is a symptom of a major part of the story, that's really interesting. Fallout 4, it just kind of ham-fists them in. It's like, why are there superhumans here? The logical answer that most people attributed before the game came out was, oh, they probably migrated from Washington, D.C., right? So they're going to be their own group. These boys have the Thompson gun. Heck yeah, they do! Should I pick up the submachine gun? No. I'm going to collect so much ammo for it, I don't know what to do with it. And then I'll get a submachine gun, and then I'll use that for like 3 hours. But a lot of people thought that the super mutants in Fallout 4 migrated from Washington, D.C. to Boston. And then you play the game and it's like, ah, no, like the Institute made them or whatever, I don't fucking know. And it's like, why? Because they could, because they're evil scientists or whatever. It's like, that's not good, that's bad. You had a cool thing with Fallout 3, and you fucked it up. You completely screwed the pooch. And again, it ruins what could be a really interesting, like, new faction. Like, oh yeah, the super mutants are to carve their own place in the post-apocalypse in the wake of the Brotherhood of Steel taking over Washington, D.C., right? They're trying to find their own place. And now they're just mindless monsters again. That's all that is. They're just big, dumb, man-eating Shreks. And that's it. That's not interesting. That's not fun. You know, that's, like... It's not a good way to, like, reintroduce characters. Like, if, like, there was more credence for why the Institute made them, because there isn't, right? Like, the Institute at this point they're focusing on synthetic humans. Why are they making super mutants? It doesn't make any sense. It's this ridiculous thing. Like, it was like, why? And it's like, because, you know, it's a Fallout game. You gotta have super mutants in a Fallout game, or else how are the kids gonna know it's a Fallout game? Besides the title, and the Pip-Boy, and the vaults, and the guns, and the, you know, it's an ever-growing list of things that aren't necessary, but are added in, not for flavor, but as like toppings. Right, like this isn't like, oh yeah, I'm gonna add some nice peppers to my steak to give it some tang. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna pop this steak in the microwave because I loved it so much yesterday, and I want to have some more of it today. Lazy, 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 lazy. You can't tell me what to do. I probably will head back to the to Vault 10. Don't I have to have like a certain lockpicking skill to get the Cryolator? Like, don't I have to be like have to know exact expert lockpicking? I probably will head back to get the Cryolator because I've actually never gone back to Vault 111 after my initial. Dogmeat, you can float. Oh god, Dogmeat, no! Oh god! My dog! He died! Oh shit! Oh, whoop. Nope, there he is. Bop! See, this is a classic case of bringing... Oh god, his arms are gone. It's a classic case of bringing a baseball bat to a machine gun fight. And also bringing a normal gun to a machine gun fight. Oops. Lost your arms. Idiot. So, we are now going to pick up Nick. And Nick is a cool private eye. And that's why I like him. Because he's interesting. He's an interesting character. There weren't a lot of detectives in previous Fallout games. So the fact that you get this one is... Oh yeah, that's right. So there's a glitch to get the cryolator. You can ask Dogmeat to find something, and Dogmeat will go get the cryolator, and he'll just like telekinetically pull it out of its case and hand it to you. And that's so goddamn funny. I thought they patched that out, because that's the only reason I haven't done it, is because I thought like they patched out that specific bug, because people were just like getting the cryolator early on and just doing like bullshit playthroughs.
Because they weren't planning to use it, you blow her Get a bunch of unicorns to look.
I'm all out of gun. Bullet. Gun? Yep. I'm good at video games, and I know things. I'm smart. I got a degree that I made myself. I'm definitely intelligent. No one call me out, please.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, shot you in the back. So the Triggermen present a very interesting thing. And again, I'm going to be talking a lot about Fallout 1, Fallout 2. I'm going to avoid Fallout New Vegas, because this feature wasn't really in Fallout New Vegas. But in Fallout 1 and 2, there were rival tribes, right? There were raider tribes, like the Jackals, or the Great Khans. And they had their own things going on. What the fuck? Ah! Oh god! Stop that. Get him, Dogmeat! Who is shooting at me? Did anybody else see his eyeball explode? Right in my face? Anybody see his eyeball explode? Oops. But there were tribes, right? There were groups, gangs, that had their own... They weren't just gangs. They had their own cultures. The Great Khans, you know, were super into strength and getting big, beefy. The Jackals were just kind of like sneaky and bad customers, so to speak. But like they had their own intrinsic value things, right? They had their own build up for why they were like this, which is really cool. The problem with gangs in this is you have gangs like the Gunners and the Triggermen, and I think that's it. That aren't like player factions. That's why I didn't say like the Railroad or the Brotherhood of Steel or, God forbid, the Minutemen. But they had their own cool little like factions. But groups like this, they're just guys with guns, right? They don't have any kind of like really interesting gimmick or like, you know, own subset of cultures. It's just like, yeah, we're called the Triggermen.
Don't give me that crap, Valentine.
Because we got guns. We're called the Gunners because we got guns and stuff. Ooh, boy, it's hot in here. Oh boy. And it kind of takes away from, again, this feeling of this living, breathing Fallout world, because it's not really a staple. It's not really necessary to the overall story or whatever, but it's a nice little world-building thing that outside of the, you know, groups you can join, other people have other things going on. And that's interesting. That's cool. That's unique. That makes it feel... Fuck you, Dino. You're named after... You're a dino. It's probably Dino. I'm guessing it's Dino. Gonna take a wild guess and say it's Dino. But yeah, it takes away, like, even this, we're doing, so, Nick is investigating the Mafia.
Yes.
And it's like, well, why is the Mafia in this? It's because there's Mafia people in Boston.
I don't know who you are, but we got 3 minutes before they realize muscles for brains ain't coming back. Get this door open.
But, like, other than the fact that Nick has been kidnapped, then the Mafia has no actual,
why does he come all this
like,
way?
placement, reason to be in this game. It's just for Nick's quest line.
My son, Sean, is missing.
Missing kid, huh? Well, you came to the right man.
So this is Nick, and he's a cool robot that smokes. I don't know why he was programmed to smoke. That seems a little weird, because, like, he can't die from it, but it's like, why? Why would you program a robot to promote nicotine addiction? But I like Nick. Nick is really interesting. He's a new kind of character that we've never... Nick is a great example of what Bethesda should do, because Nick is different. Nick is a new thing. He's not a ghoul, and he's not a super mutant, and he's not an intelligent Deathclaw. He's Nick. And that's great. That's super cool and interesting. He's a robot. And he's not like a Protectron or the whatever. He's his own thing. And that's really, really cool. And I like Nick because of that, because Nick is an interesting new style of character in Fallout that we've never seen before. Oh, Nicholas, you deserved better than this. Oh, jeez, Nick. You deserved the world, Nick, and you just get trash. I'm gonna shoot him.
His only job is to check on the prisoner. Why does that take so fucking long?
I'm very good at shooting. Yeah. I'm so good at guns and stuff. And Abraxo.
This door's on the fritz. Let me see if I can get it open.
See, and like Nick also shows you that he's like a hacker, and he's like a lock picking kind of guy, and that's great. This is such a great part. Like, it shows a microcosm of what makes Bethesda games really good, is you have these small moments of brilliance where it's like, this is effective storytelling. This is a cool character. I like what's happening.
What the?
And then you get to the next dumb part, and you're like, oh no! I'm gonna shoot him in the leg. Ah, my leg! Nick is a perfect microcosm of what makes Fallout 4 really good. But he's only a small part, and the game has so many other flaws besides this. Nick, move! Move your big, fat robot ass! Stop shooting at me! Gonna take that Tato. Yeah! Now I got it! I'm gonna take it down to the water! I don't know what an eye is. What's an eye? But being in a vault brings up another great point. Ah! Of being back in Fallout 4. Fallout 3, which is another Bethesda game, I don't know if you know this, had vaults. And the vaults in that game were super interesting. They all had personality, and they brought different things to the table. Vaults in Fallout 4 are boring as shit. Like, the only thing that, like, the only reason this vault exists is to hold mafia people in it. It's like a candy dish of the mafia. Of the Fallout Mafia, and it serves no other purpose besides this. And this is the worst part about, like, locations in this game, is so many of them are empty and devoid of, like, life and anything interesting going on. Because, like, nothing happens! Like, so many, locations are reduced to nothing. This is a cool vault where they, like, elected an idiot to run it, but it plays no, like, significant role, and, like, that story is something you read on a computer. No, I'm not gonna use VATS. I'm playing this game pure. I also, the VAT system is fine. It's okay. I like it better in Outer Worlds. In that game, it's good. In this game, it's all right. It sucks. Sucks shit.
Oh, poor little Valentine. Ashamed you got beat up by a girl. I'll just run back.
Should I shoot this lady in the face? No, I should be a gentleman. I should also heal. There we go.
You hear me? And I ain't letting some private dick shut us down now that I finally got a good thing going.
I told you we should have just killed him! But then you had to get all sentimental. All that stupid crap about
Dogmeat, do you really want to stand right there?
Skinny Malone's always got things under control.
Oh yeah? Then what's this guy doing here, huh? Valentine must have brought him here to rub us all out.
Darla, listen.
Don't you try to confuse...
Ah! Die, Skinny Malone! Aha! I leveled up and healed! Meanwhile, you guys didn't level up and heal. You fools. Yeah, I did it. I saved the day. No! I'm playing this game pure. Guns only. Guns only, and that's it. You keep it up, Keegan, and I'm gonna hit people with my gun. I'm not even gonna shoot bullets. I'm gonna sell my bullets, and I'm just gonna beat people to death with my gun. Which is a viable playthrough, actually. Oh shit. Did I leave Nick? Yeah, there he is. Come on, Nick, let's make like 2 wet leaves and bounce or something. I don't know. That's something you gumshoes say, ain't it? Let's make like a tree and get deforested, I suppose. Oh, this is such a long loading time. Oh, Fallout. It's trying to render all the individual rad roaches that come out of people's asses.
Ah, look at that sky. Never
thought anything so naturally ominous could end up looking so inviting. Thanks for getting me out. How did you know where to find me, anyway? Not many people knew where I...
Mm-hmm. Your secretary, Ellie. She sent me.
She did? I should give her a raise. Now, you mentioned something about your son, Sean, and how he went missing. I want you to come to my office in Diamond City. Give me all the details. Besides, I think you've earned a chance to sit down and clear your head.
Nick is such a cool character. He's like, hey man, don't go risk your life. How about you just sit down and process, because this shit's wild. Yeah. Oh, there's another one of them horrible mannequins. I hate you. Stop looking at me. Oh, Jesus, head popped off. I didn't know you could do that. Oh my God.
As long as I have, you learn a few things. These old buildings and alleyways give you a lot of opportunities to hide if things get bad, but that goes both ways. Always keep your eyes out and your head on a swivel. Things
I guess I'll use a frag grenade. Do I have any frag grenades? I do. Oh my gosh. Hup! Just like Call of Duty. Bounce it off the top. Direct. Yeah, I did it. I'm the greatest at Fallout. Ah, shit.
Other side's chained up.
Dog meat, dog meat, dog fajitas. Fajita dog. Why wasn't that dog meat's name? Why wasn't dog meat's name Fajita dog? Dog fajita. Soon, dog meat, you will be able to quench your lust for death. But not now. Ah! Get the hell out of here. Bop, bop. Yes! Into the toilet you go. I'm gonna pose you all funny. Just like the developers do with all those skeletons. Yeah, look at that, dog meat. Dog meat. Dog meat. It's like he's taking a shit. Did you see?
Playing games with me, huh?
Suspicious. I feel like there's a presence. Like a real bad customer. Just hanging around, doing bad customer things. It's unfortunate. So there's a reason the game's running slower. The longer you play Fallout games, the more things the system has to account for. In things you picked up, things you didn't pick up, things you moved. So right now, it's trying to like put everything where it was when I was last out in the Commonwealth, and that takes some doing. That takes some chugging. I don't want to pick up that. Oh well. Now I have a pair of knuckles. The Echidna. My favorite guy. Knuckles. Love him. Love that. What is he, a porcupine? Gonna hop down. Hop. Hop. Ah, jeez. Nick's probably 1,000,000 miles away. Ah, jeez. Ah, they're dogs. No, there's Nick. Hey, Nick, what's up?
One way to get the pumping.
Oh, Nick, you're delightful. I love everything about you. You're so just weird. Sawgust Ironworks. Why should I go to the ironworks? What's there? Huh? You trying to lead me into some kind of trap? 'Cause it won't work. Not on me, no siree. Way too smart for that. Yeah, jeez, where'd Nick go? Oh god, it's like a ghost. Should probably level up. Alright, last level up of this stream. I'm gonna go with... I'ma choose... I'ma choose, gun. Where's just normal gun? Shit. Alright, let me see. Yeah! Since I use a lot of guns.
Yes?
Blip. Oh god, Dogmeat, how strong are you? What a strong dog. What an unbelievable, unstoppable force of post-apocalyptic nature. Dogmeat. The world's strongest dog. Oh, the shish kebab. Yeah, okay, yeah. Sure. Sure. I mean, I don't know how late game we're gonna get. I'm playing this on a very on a lower difficulty. So like, I don't know if like I'm gonna be level 50 by the time this game is done. But yeah, definitely. When we get a little bit later on into the story, I will definitely pick up the shish kebab, which is a fire sword. Shoots, has fire on it. Does fire damage. Big old fire samurai sword. No samurai swords though. Those things are lame.
Huh?
Am I on the right quest? I am. Thank God.
Yes?
What's up? Oh my god, he's a ghost! He is some kind of horrible ghostman. Yeah, that's it. Get zoomed in on this guy's face. Look how cool he is. Yeah. See, I like this, because this reminds me of the Legion in Fallout New Vegas, because all their armor is just old sports equipment. So the fact that, like, the Diamond City dudes are essentially just wearing, like, pitchers and pitchers, not pitchers, what am I thinking of? Umpires, and, like, sports equipment is great. I love that. That's really, really good. It's a nice little world building. Hate iBots. Hated them since Fallout 3. They just spew out political nonsense.
Protection from Commonwealth weaponry.
Oh my god, it disappeared into that wall. Alright. Oh god. Oh god damn it. This is a bug. There we go. Alright, so I feel like that we're gonna cut it for today. Thanks so much. Like I said before, I'll probably be streaming Predator Hunting Grounds tomorrow. Thank you for the coffee pot. And the day after that, I'll come back to Fallout 4, and we will get deeper into this delicious story, this romance between these two people. Will they or won't they? They can't. He doesn't have a beepus. So, so long, everyone, and adieu.
Thank you.